Hello, welcome to my New Mutants review. Yes, that's right, it's out in the UK, and I braved the theatres for you. Psych, not really. I wanted to see this movie, actually. I think a lot of people do. Don't you all want to see this movie? See why it was delayed so much? Don't you just wonder why? Well, look, I can tell you why. I don't think it really knew what it wanted to be. And it's a shame, actually, because there's a shades of a good movie in there. I'm not going to completely trash it. I think that you guys will probably do that anyway. Like, if you watch this film, I don't think you're going to like it. But I'm not going to completely trash it. Josh Boone seems to have kind of misplaced the direction that he wanted to go with this film. Or he had a clear vision and 20th Century Fox got involved, which is quite likely the case, let's be honest. There was a lot of things which felt very shoehorned in around what could have been quite a good horror movie set in the mutant X-Men Marvel world. And it could have been, actually. And it's a shame. So, a few things. I mean, look, I could watch Anya Taylor-Joy walk around with long blonde hair with a Russian accent all day long. God damn. She was great in this. A little bit irritating, you know, at times. But I do think that was the point to her character of magic. I do think... Ilyana Rasputin. I do think there was a point to that. This is the thing, is that it's a 15... but it's almost like it's catering to a younger audience. Some of the jokes are very, very immature, and like I said, lacking direction. I think it doesn't have a clear, this is the genre that we're going down, and this is the subplot. So essentially, and again, there's not really any point going into spoilers. There's nothing really to spoil, because I think the trailers spoil, and they spoiled Demon Bear anyway, so it's all there. Basically, you've got you have character opening with big, oh no, family's dying, and then boom, winds up in the hospital. Right? That's the opening. That's the narrative. We're in this hospital. There were some nice Easter eggs towards Essex, so Essex Corporation and things like that, and obviously, for those who know your X-Men lore, there's Nathaniel Essex. There's a wider thing at large which could have been explored, but sadly they're never going to, because this film is never getting a sequel. All of the actors, of all the actors that I saw and thought would be terrible, I didn't quite expect Maisie Williams to be as bad as she was in this. She was atrocious, and she's British, but she's putting on, I don't know what they gave her. What accent did they give her? Because it's awful. She plays Wolfsbane. But good God, her accent's just atrocious. And I can't remember. That's how the movie's very forgettable. It's very, very forgettable. We had Charlie Heaton, who played Sam Guthrie, a character with like force projection powers of some sort, can vibrate himself into a... You know, and he was fine. But again, I can't help look at him now without thinking, you got busted for coke, mate. We've got Henry Zaga as Sunspot. Fine. Again, played a bit of a pretentious douche. But fine. Like, everyone was fine. Anya Taylor-Joy is a standout in here, and she's carrying everyone. Alice Braga, or Braga, I think it is Braga. I like Alice Braga, actually, quite a lot. I think she's a good actress, and I think she needs to be in better things to really pull out her acting potential, because she can be really, really good. She wasn't amazing in this. Like I say, Anya Taylor-Joy is the standout in this film, and it's not just because she looks great with blonde hair in, you know, tiny shorts, but she's very good in this role, and she hams it up, and she's enjoying it, and that's fun. It's fun to watch. But when you get right down to it, it's a film lacking any real direction. So they're in the hospital. We figure out that, you know, things start going astray. But then it sort of rounds itself up very quickly. So when things start going astray and the horror elements actually come in, side note, the face is coming through the wall. Not in the movie. It was in the trailer though. When things start going, you know, horror elements, they don't dive into it properly. They don't go for it. And that's a shame. Because you could have really done that You could have really done that, and you could have like made something very special with it. Again, the horror elements start coming into it, but then so does a love story, which detracts from the horror elements quite a lot. And it's like, choose which one you want. You know, choose which direction you want to go down, or make a longer movie. But goddamn, pace it right, because the pacing on this sucked. It felt really, really long and drawn out, and it's only an hour and a half. But goddamn, long film, felt really long anyway. I'm pretty sure it's only an hour and a half. I say that, but I could be wrong. No, it's an hour and a half. I think, pretty sure an hour and a half. But it's just, oh god, it's just too long. And like I say, so the horror elements, unexplored, they underdeveloped, they have the smiley men in it, and again, they was all revealed in the trailers. They look great. They were quite good. Give me them more. You know, they're obviously from Magic's past. Give me more of that. Give me more of Sunspot's girlfriend burnt to a crisp in a swimming pool. Give me more of that. You know? Give me more of Charlie Heaton's character exploring the mines and maybe seeing bodies and stuff. Give me more horror. Don't give me the love story that went nowhere and was just, I don't know. It didn't serve as the clincher for her coming out of and solving the issue of the demon bear, right? The character played by Blu Hunt, Danielle Moon something, Moonshine. I can't remember her name, but the love story wasn't pivotal in her coming out of her trance and beating Demon Bear. So it was seemingly forced in there and didn't actually serve the story at all. Because the reason why she came out of her little trance was she remembered her father, and her father was like, oh yes, you'll be fine, and blah blah blah. And like, okay, why do we have the love story then? You see what I mean? It's lacking direction. Someone wanted to make a horror movie, someone told them to make a love story, or vice versa. I don't know. But it's not very good. I can definitely see why it was delayed. This movie should have been made about 5-10 years ago. I mean, what are we in? 2020, right? Yeah. Yeah, 5-10 years ago. This should have been made. And I think it would have done very well, actually. Maybe. With some better direction. Josh Boone, mate, what are you doing? You've squandered this. You've squandered this. You're going to be forever known, unfortunately, as the guy who made New Mutants now, and he doesn't have many credits. So if I look at his IMDb, he doesn't have a lot. Director, The Fault in Our Stars, Stuck in Love, and New Mutants, and that's the problem, isn't it? It looks like Josh Boone wanted to make a love story, and 20th Century Fox wanted to make a horror story, which doesn't sound right, does it? Like, but if I'm looking at his credits, he's looking more likely to be the dude that shoehorned the love story in. It's very bad. It's not a good film. And it's a shame, because I wanted to enjoy this one. But it wasn't very good. Music was good, though, actually. And the effects, magic. Again, I go back to Anya Taylor-Joy. The effects of her was really good. I wish she'd gone full armour. Not just the arm. That was one of the things that happened with her. It was a shame, really. I wish she'd gone full-blown armour and Lockheed came out a bit more. Obviously, again, he's been revealed in one of the trailers, so there's no spoiler. What a shame. Poo-poo Magoo. It's not good. It's really not good. This film's not good. It's overlong, lacking direction. It drags on, and it should have been made about 10 years ago. It's a shame. It is a real shame. And it's not that anyone's performances are overly terrible. I mean, Maisie Williams sucks in this. Terrible accent. Awful. Looks like a frightened dog half the time, which is funny, because, again, she's playing Wolfsbane. But I swear, honestly, she's just like a dog that you're telling off as like hanging its head in a corner. She's just got this weird look on her face the whole time. Awful. Bad movie. Shame. I saw 2 good movies this week. I saw 2 bad ones. Unhinged was good. Tenet was good. Peninsula was bad. This is bad. 50-50. We're on a good track at the moment. Look, if you've seen it, please do let me know down below in the comments section. Again, I can definitely see why this was delayed. I know there will be people that enjoy it. I'm well aware. But for me, I think those criticisms are quite valid. But if you don't share them, tell me why. I'd love to hear it and have a civil discussion with you all. Anyway, please do let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news and movie reviews by hitting the bell notification icon. Thank you all so much for watching. I have a mistake. Take care.